Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Resident Culture Brewing Company out of Charlotte, North Carolina. But this isn't just from them. This is a collaboration with New Anthem Brewing Company, which is in Wilmington, North Carolina. This beer is called Left Brain Dead. And I don't know if you can tell on the label there, but that's a picture drawing of Bob Ross. And I guess that's where the name comes from, because apparently, I think the left part of the brain is the creative side. This is described as a hazy quadruple IPA hop with Strata, Simcoe, Comet, and Amarillo. And it is 11% ABV. This just came out yesterday, actually, so can't really get any fresher than that. They did distribute some of it, but I know they sold out at the brewery, so I'm guessing it's going to be gone off the shelves pretty quickly. Luckily, I was able to get some up north my way. Things sell a little slower up here just because there's not as many people seeking that stuff, But the only difference is down there, a lot of people could have just gotten it from the brewery, but I don't think a lot of people realized it was going to sell out so quickly. So they missed it on the online sale, and now they're seeking out to get them at bottle shops. I know Salud was already sold out of them, and they only got them yesterday. So, anyways, see, it pours a pretty cloudy, darker golden color, really fluffy, pretty big white head. Oh man, that literally smells like a passion fruit, peach, and orange smoothie. I know, a lot of times, so many of these hazy IPAs have that same aroma or flavor, but this one really is something that's harkening back for me to the OG hazy IPAs that were super tropical forward. There is a little pineapple-y dankness too, but there's a lot of passion fruit and peach, very big tropical character. And I am getting a little bit of a bready character too. Some maltiness, but I really don't smell any alcohol, which is surprising for 11% is huge for an IPA. So it's definitely one of the better double-digit IPAs I've had in a little while. All of that tropical fruit character is definitely in the flavor, but then it kind of drops off pretty quickly into something that's a little bit sweeter, like bready malt character. I'm getting a little bit of alcohol burn in the chest, but I didn't really get it in the flavor. The only thing, that would really lead me to think that this had a lot of booze in it is just the beer itself is pretty thick, for an IPA. But, I'm not surprised. I mean, at 11%, I guess technically it should be less thick, but there has to be some residual sweetness to handle all the hops that they have to put in this too. So it's definitely a balancing act. And that's the case with these triple IPAs a lot. It's really easy to go overboard with hops in the double IPA where they're super green and burny. With triple IPAs, it's almost impossible to overhop them, but it's pretty hard for them not to be syrupy or super boozy. So even though I said this was thick, I mean, it is thick compared to a 7% IPA. But as an overall beer, it's not that thick. And it's not, when I say syrupy, it's almost like that candy syrup. And this isn't really like that. It's just, it kind of reminds me if you took those fruits that I was mentioning, like passion fruit, peach, pineapple, and you took their juices and then you you boiled them off to make a I don't know why I'm losing my vocabulary right now. I can't think of the word, but basically whenever you like boil off juice to make like a thick syrup, I don't know why I can't think of that word, but anyways, that's kind of what this reminds me of. It's just like a thicker version of those juices, but it's not like syrupy, like candy sugar syrupy, which is good. Um, there is a good amount of bitterness, but that's in balance with the residual sweetness that it does have. Oh, reduction. That's why I don't know why I can think of that word, reduction. Um, but if you want something that's super like clean and just really big juice bomb of a beer, I don't know that you can get anything better than this, to be honest. This is one these like massive triple. Well, they describe this as double IP or quadruple IPA. I don't really know like what would fall into that. To me, a triple IPA is anything that's like above or that's in double digits, and then going much more above that is almost impossible with this style. Uh, so I would just consider anything in double digits triple, but whatever. That it's all marketing. I understand that. For any of the ones that I've had, there's a couple Dancing Gnome ones that I've liked a lot. Even though I'm not a big fan of their double IPAs, their singles and their triples are usually pretty good. The Rock was one of them. That was a collaboration with Horace, and I can't remember. There was another one that I really liked. But a couple of the ones that these guys have done have been very good too, because they're kind of the same way. They don't feel overly hopped because there's just so much of a malt and booze presence that it balances out how flush with hops they are. And I can't think of the life of me what it's called, but there's a like huge 12 or 13% one from Hoof Hearted that's really good too. But so the brewers that are very good at making IPAs can do them really well, and I appreciate them, and I like them in like this one can, but I couldn't, other than like getting drunk very quickly, which is obviously part of it. I don't think I could drink more than the can of this. It's too much. Definitely not back to back at least. But for the one can serving, it is awesome, and I do appreciate it when I get to have it. So this can was $9, but it was marked like 20% off, because I got it in like a mix and match 6-pack. So I guess because of that, it was technically, what is that, like $7.20. And I'm guessing most places that don't have that discount will probably be just $7 a can, which that's a pretty standard markup for a bottle shop. Usually it's basically they pay for the whole thing in like 3 cans, and the other one is pure profit type thing. But I think the 4-packs at Resonant Culture were selling for $22, $21.99, I think. And I know a lot of people think that's justified for an IPA, or that's very expensive for an IPA. But to me, for this, it's justified. Like, I don't care that it's boozy. That doesn't make me want to drink it more necessarily. But I understand that it takes more grain and more hops to make that beer, which is more money. So I completely understand the price point on this, and it is, if you want a giant giant IPA that tastes pretty smooth for how strong it is, you will absolutely love this. I actually am. If I'm gonna go to 1 or 2 places tomorrow. If I see more of these cans, I might buy a couple more just to give to people in Pittsburgh, because I really really like this, and I think it's a great example of a huge IPA. So I would for sure buy this again. But on that note, I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.